What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel where I do music reviews. My name is Aaron, and if it's your first time seeing one of my videos, I'd like to welcome you to my channel where we just chill and talk about all the things that we love or hate. And if it's not your first time seeing one of my videos, you'll probably notice that I look a little different. I shave my beard every October, or the end of every October. I shave my beard, that way I have a fresh starting point for no shave November beard. So throughout the rest of the month, you will see it progressively become more and more what it was before I shaved it. And I do this just for fun. I guess it's for prostate cancer, but I didn't really know that. I just, something me and my friends started to do, and I've been doing it for the past probably about 6-7 years, somewhere around there. But enough about that. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the new releases coming out for the week of November 5th. And honestly, there isn't a whole lot of stuff this week, thank God, because we need a breather after all of the massive stuff that came out through last week that I still haven't gotten a chance around to listening to even a quarter of it. And first on the list is For My Valentine is releasing their self-titled album. I feel like this band has become more of a meme than anything else, at least from when I started listening to them back in 2004, somewhere around there. Their first single that they came out with for this album is kind of I don't know, radio, metalcore, rock. They're not really bringing anything new to the table from what I've heard from their singles on this album. I'll probably still give it a listen because you never really know. This is a band that can do something really good. They just haven't really been, I don't know. I feel like they kind of fell into this generic rut for a while, and I really hope that they get out of it eventually because this is one of my favorite bands that got me into metalcore back in the day. It's one of the bands that kind of lost their way along the way. Moths to Flames releases their new EP, Pure Like Porcelain. I'm very excited for this. I did a review on one of their songs off their last album titled You're the Moth, or I guess it was YTOM or YOTM, something like that. And I didn't like that song, but the whole album, it just didn't really move me all that much. It was good, but it's not like any of their past stuff. And because of that, I haven't actually done a full review on this band or any other stuff. And even if I do a review on this, it's just an EP, so I guess you can't really call it a full review. But I do like them a lot. I just don't really get around to listening to them all that much. And the few stuff that I've heard from this EP, I listened to just sections of their singles that they released, just in case if I wanted to do a review on the whole thing, I'd have a fresh start to it. It does seem a little bit heavier and a little bit darker than what I'm used to hearing from them. Their last album was a little bit more gent-based, and while this does have a little bit more gent in it, it is still, I don't know, they bring out a little bit more of a raw heaviness to it. At least, like I said, it's just a little bit of what I heard from it. Limp Bizkit released their new album earlier this week titled Still Sucks. I do plan on doing a review on this because, I mean, it's Limp Bizkit. They're iconic, and it's their comeback album, so I can't really ignore it. But at the same time, you can't really take this album or even this band too seriously, at least not anymore, with an album name like Still Sucks, and they have a song on there named Dad Vibes. I mean, it's just, they're coming at it a lot more playful, a lot more self-aware than I feel like they've been in the past. And even though Fred Durst is still, he's Daddy Durst, so he's still a little arrogant. You can kind of hear that in his music and the things that he says. I still feel like this is just more of a silly, playful, we're just doing this for fun kind of album. At least that's what I get from it. We get a new album from SeeYouSpaceCowboy titled The Romance of Affliction. I just recently started to get into this band, and I dig it quite a bit. I love what they do, but the only issue I really have with this is the effect that they do on the clean vocals. Like I said, I just recently got into them. I've only heard maybe 3 or 4 songs, something like that. Someone recommended me to listen to them on Facebook, and yeah, the clean vocals, they do this vocal pitch effect thing, or a harmonization effect. I don't know, but it matches the frequency of the guitar, the guitar note that's being played along with it. Sometimes it's very dynamic, and it has this kind of squeal thing to it, and it just raises the pitch of the vocals up. And I'm just not really a huge fan of it. And I'm not sure, maybe it's a post-production thing that they do. But when I do hear the clean vocals without it, it sounds great. And the distorted vocals remind me a lot of old school Under Oath from Changing Times. And the music is absolutely phenomenal. And from what I've heard, I've probably heard maybe 5 songs, but it's really piqued my interest, especially since they're recently coming out with a new album. So I don't know if I'm going to review it, I'll have to see if it moves me one way or another. I just really hope that that vocal thing that they do isn't a constant thing that's on like all of their music, because it's kind of what I've been hearing lately. And I really want to love them because I love anime, and the name of this comes from anime. See You Space Cowboy comes from Cowboy Bebop. It's what they say at the end of like every single episode. It's about space cowboys. So yeah, I love it. I want to get more into this band. I just really hope that that vocal thing isn't a constant. And the list of tracks that caught my eye are pretty short this week. We got a new track from Senses Fail, Greyhaven, Slackjaw, Breakdown of Sanity's releasing a new track, and Porcupine Tree. I'm not really that much into Porcupine Tree, but I don't know. I felt like they should get a mention too, because they are pretty popular and they're pretty big, and a lot of people are going to be interested in them. But Breakdown of Sanity, I really liked their last song, Traces, even though a lot of people hated it because it doesn't sound anything like old school Breakdown of Sanity. But they were kind of in the whole pandemic band comeback thing that was happening, where a lot of old school bands were just making a return. And a lot of people were really hyped and they really wanted old school Breakdown of Sanity, and they didn't really get it. So I get why they didn't like it that much. I loved it, but I have no idea what to expect from this. They said they were going to start just doing singles, but I really hope we get an album from them soon. And that is it for New Music Friday. I'm sure that there's something that I missed that you're looking forward to coming out. So leave a comment below letting me and everybody else know what it is so we could all discover new music. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on any of my future stuff. Also leave a comment below letting me know what I should review next. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time. I was